Para subir a una plataforma. Mm, ahí está. Lo que vamos a ver hoy es muy sencillito. Es el present perfect versus el past simple. Creo que la clase pasada vimos el past simple, ¿verdad? Tense. Si fue la clase pasada, sí. Ok. Entonces tenemos el present perfect versus el past simple. El past simple, we use past simple for finished actions, okay? I knew Julie for 10 years, but then she moved away and we lost touch, okay? It's something that we already finished. A finished action in someone's life when the person is dead. My great-grandmother went to Mexico 3 times, okay? In this case, well, it's correct to say it like in past simple, or also I think that, well, also it can be a person or a thing that it doesn't exist maybe, okay? Or an event. I finished actions with no result in the present, okay? I lost my keys yesterday. It was terrible. Now there is no result. I got new keys yesterday, or I found the keys, okay? And we have also for the using of simple past with a finished time word, last week, last month, yesterday. I saw John last week. This is the same. This is very important because this is the simple past. And we use it in this four, well, in these four situations. But when we have unfinished actions, we use the present perfect. Well, I'll explain the difference later. Okay, we have unfinished actions that started in the past and continue to the present. Okay, I've known Julie for 10 years. I still know, and I still know her, okay? Es como el yo he ido, la he conocido, okay? I finish actions in someone's life when the person is still alive, like a life experience. My brother has been to Mexico 3 times. And what else? I finish actions with a result in the present. I've lost my keys, okay? The result is that I can get into my house, my car, or, okay, right now. I've lost my keys and I haven't found it, okay? Found them. And with a unfinished time word, okay? This week, this month, today, I've seen John this week, but it's an unfinished time word, okay? We don't know what day of the week. So, the difference between these two, the past simple, we know is como yo mire, yo vi, okay? The specific time, well, past time talks about specific times in the past. It can be yesterday, 5 minutes ago, in 2000, the other day, last month, for example, or birth date, okay? It's like I was born in September 5th. It's an exactly date, okay? Specific time. And we have the present perfect, like that we talk about vague times in the past. Ever, never, not yet, already, so far, to date, till now, up to the present, okay? That's the present perfect. And I think I sent you, yes, with the last presentation, but anyway, I have a list here. Is this list? Yes. I have this list. Aquí está el past simple. We have the rules. And we have the regular verbs, but those are in past simple only. We have the regular, the most used, and we have the irregular verbs. Okay, I have this one. This is not the one I wanted because it looks awful. Okay, here it is. Yes. I'm going to blow this list too, just in case you don't know a verb, okay? But I know you know better. Okay, and we have the verb in infinitive. For example, the first one, the verb to be. Past simple was, where? Who's here? Valeria. And the past participle. In the case of the past simple, we only turn the verb from infinitive to past simple, okay, that we have here. Be, was, were. Become, became, begin, began, bite, bit, okay? But in the case of the present perfect, well, I have to teach the grammar, so I'm going to share a blackboard. A whiteboard. Okay. So we have the past simple. The positive way, okay, for positive tenses, we're going to use the subject, and we're going to write the subject plus the verb in past. And then the complement. That we know, if you remember, elementary, middle school, I think, el predicado, sujeto, verbo y predicado. This is the same. We use the subject, the verb in past, and the complement. The subject we know can be any name. I, you, he, she, it, we. You in plural too, okay? They. This can be the possible subjects. The verb in the past, it can be irregular verb that sadly we have to learn it, okay? There's like, there's no rule for those, I think, or maybe there's not a pattern, okay? Like the regular verbs. The regular verbs, regular verb. The regular verbs, we know they are going to end in ed. Okay, like play, played. Talked, talked. Watch, watched. Okay. And the regular verbs, they don't obey any rule, okay? It can be like cut and cut. Break, broke. Speak, spoke. Okay, we don't have like any rule, we have to learn it. And the complement. The complement, well, that describes the situation. Like I saw John last week. Okay. I saw John last week. The subject, the verb, and we have the complement. John last week. What did you see? And we have the negative. How do we know something in past simple? We are going to use the auxiliary, okay? The do. We use it in present, we know do. Verbo hacer. In present, So the past of do is did. Remember that it's an irregular verb. So if we, you know, well, you already know that in present you deny with don't, right? I know I don't, okay? But in how do we deny in past simple? With the did, okay? So we use the subject. Ay, como me choca que se pongan los puntos. El didn't plus the verb in infinitive. En past le va a poner nombre. Plus the complement, okay? To know what are we talking about. So this is how do we know something in the past, okay? We can say, I saw John last week, but how do we say it if we didn't see him, okay? I didn't see John last week. The verb, remember that in past is a rule. That's the difference with present perfect. We have this rule that we are going after the didn't, sorry, the auxiliary did not, we're going to add the verb in infinitive. I think these are rules that you already know, but it's part of the program, so we're going to review this. And what else? The verb is going to be in infinitive, okay? I didn't see, I didn't watch, you didn't play. I'm sorry, you didn't play. Or he didn't broke. No, he didn't break. Estoy haciendo bolas yo misma. He didn't break, okay? He didn't cut, he didn't talk. Or what else? Voy a escribir. We didn't play yesterday. Okay. It doesn't matter the subject. The good thing here is with the past simple is that we are not going to use we change for he, she, it, okay? I mean, there's a small change like in present, in simple present, because we use like, well, in present tense, like we have to change the verb, add an S, right? Or ES, like he does, she does, or she talks, she speaks, okay? And for the don't, for the doesn't. He doesn't talk, okay? But in this case, didn't is for everything. He didn't break that rule, okay? And for questions, lo voy a guardar y hoy lo voy a subir. Por si preguntan sus compañeros, ¿qué es eso? Ok. And the questions, quería que cupiera todo aquí, pero no ocupo. The questions, remember, we're going to start from the auxiliary. Okay. Did plus the subject plus the verb. Vamos a adelantar porque es más abajo. Infinitive. Infinitive. Plus the complement. And the question sign, right? Okay. So here we're going to switch places. Okay, I think you already know how to make a question. Do you like ice cream? Okay, but that's something in the present. Do you like the ice cream right now? So we make in past, like did you talk with the teacher, for example, in the past? Okay, we use the auxiliary did just to switch it on the past. Did you talk with the teacher. Okay. Did she watch the movie? I don't know. Oh, it's a mistake that I made here. Did she watch the movie? Okay. Era para que vieran cómo estaba mal. Okay, now we have the did, so we use the verb in infinitive. I think the simple past is easy. Sometimes that happened to me is that I use the didn't and the verb in past. Purpose is like, así se programó mi cerebro, mal, no? That is something that we can, if you have something like that, or if you have not like a frequent mistake, sería, yeah. It will be like a frequent mistake. With the practice, you go getting better and better, don't worry. But anyway, you have a good level of English, I think you too. So this is how we use the past simple, okay? The past simple tense. Now the present perfect, I think it's the most difficult for me. Because what? We use the auxiliary here, have or has, okay? And the verb, well, I'm going to make the structure of the sentence. We have the positive sentence, okay? How do we make a positive sentence on present perfect time? We use the subject. Oiga, no copié la. Aquí está. Okay, we use the subject. Mention the subject first. No les explico a los niños de inglés 1 de secundaria. Tú no dices, yo vamos al cine. Es like el sujeto y el verbo siempre van a coincidir. O ellos fuimos al cine. Es like nosotros fuimos al cine o ellos fueron al cine. It's the same in English. Okay, the subject with the verb is always going to be like congruent. Okay, and we use the verb have or has. And the verb in past participle. That is the third column that we found in that we find in that list of verbs. In this one, okay? The past participle, be, been, become, become. I don't know if you learned these verbs as I did, like be, was, were, been, become, became, become, begin, began, begun, bite, bit, bitten, blow, blew, blown. I think like break, broke, broken, bring, broke. And what else? Okay, the verb in past participle, and then, well, the complement. For example, how do we use have or has? Also, the difference between the rest of the subjects and he, she, it. Okay, the subject can be I, you, we, they, and who else? La más. Okay, have. Okay, the verb in past participle, been, can be. We have been, and the complement, there. In any place. We have been there. I'll ponerle 2 times before. Okay. And con el he, she, it, tenemos el verbo has, well, the same. Done. class. Okay, so the difference here is with the subjects. If you, we, they have been. Okay, with the subjects, I, you, we, they, sounds of have, we use have. Okay, and the verb in past participle, in this case will be been. Complement, 32 times, okay, explains the situation. And in the case of he, she, it, ¿por qué se borró mi estampita? It's positive. Okay, we use has, okay, and the verb in past participle. What else? Okay, in negative. Now, how will you deny this? I think it's easier. We use the subject. Haven't. Oh, have not, that we know is haven't. Oh, the has not, that we know is hasn't. Most of the time we use it like in the short way. Then the verb in past participle. Ay, no sé qué pique. Plus the complement. Here with the same rules. The subject I, you, they. We, they. There's the verb haven't. Been there. The verb in past participle and the complement. Vamos a ponerle there. Okay. And for he, she, it. Kind of she, he, it. Como lo quieran poner. Hasn't done the classwork. Okay. That's the only thing that changes. The present perfect, we can translate it like yo no, bueno, no, yo no he estado ahí. Bueno, en positivo sería yo he estado ahí 2 veces. Ellos han hecho el trabajo de clase. Bueno, el trabajo de la clase. Y aquí pues yo no he estado ahí. O no hemos estado ahí. Ok, nosotros no hemos estado ahí. Ellos no han estado ahí. Tú no has estado ahí también podría ser. And he, she, it, ella no ha hecho el trabajo de clase o él no ha realizado el trabajo de la clase, ¿no? También podría hacerse, de hecho, pues sí podría ser hecho o realizado. Y aquí pues ella, él ha hecho el trabajo de clase. Creo que no sé si dije ellos, I'm sorry. Okay, that's how do you unite. And how do we make a question? I'm gonna save it. How do we make a question? ¿Dónde están las estampitas? Aquí están. Well, we know the verb will start from the auxiliary here, that is have or has, plus the subject, plus the verb in past participle. Something really, really important. Okay, that even here, when we are denying or we are something, saying something like in a negative way, well, it's like something that it's not happening or it haven't happened. Algo que no ha pasado. The verb, anyway, is going to be in past participle. It doesn't change. Like in past simple that we use the verb in infinitive because we are already using the auxiliary did, okay, or didn't. But in this case, we are going to change the verb in past participle anyway, okay? Has, have not, hasn't, verb in past participle. Also with questions. we're going to use the have, those auxiliaries, the subject and the verb in past participle, plus the complement. And the question sign. Okay, for example, voy a ponerlas. Have you seen my glasses? Has she, what else? Broken up with her boyfriend. Bien trágicos. Okay. Has he watched the movie? And well, we can use regular verbs too. Have they? Have they talked with their parents? Algo así. Okay. If you see here, we have like the rule says. Este es en blue. Verb have or has, according to the subject. You, the subject, she, in this case, the verb in past participle, and the complement. That what are we talking about? Okay. So this is the structure of a sentence in, how do we say it? In past participle. Guys, do you have any question?
No.
No. Okay. Sorry guys, he tenido problemas los martes, la verdad, con mi otro trabajo, se me juntan las dos. Y yo le había comentado, pero pues, pues malamente los afectados son ustedes, ¿no? Si quieren nos vemos los miércoles o los viernes. Aunque ya casi salgo, pero pues yo creo que hasta julio se me va a acabar esta pesadilla, no es cierto, del calendario escolar de la CEP, no de ustedes. Ya sé que con ustedes termino hasta agosto.
Pues no sé si vayan a preferir los miércoles, es lo que yo pienso.
Sí, los miércoles. Bueno, ahí coméntenlo si quieren miércoles o viernes, por mí no hay problema, pero sí el martes sí se me está complicando un poco. La verdad,
Bueno, pues ahí lo veo con ellos. Pues por lo pronto nos conectamos el otro martes. Miércoles, perdón.
El otro miércoles sí, mejor.
Bueno, y nos ponemos de acuerdo en la otra clase.
Sí, ahí se los voy a, pues igual en la plataforma se los voy a cambiar. Pero ayer como que yo creo que no les llegó el mensaje, no sé, porque hubo un problema con la plataforma, como una tarde, como a las 4 o 5 por ahí. Se fue la señal, se fue el sistema y de repente ya no había problema, entonces no sé qué pasó realmente.